Throwing the jab in boxing is the most important punch. It's a simple strike to perform.
Good evening. Welcome to Full Sail Live. I'm Brian Argot.
For Full Sail Live, I'm Brian Argot.
Good evening. Welcome to Full Sail Live. I'm Brian Argot. The St. Louis Cardinals needed a relief pitcher on Sunday, so they called upon Hall of Famer Albert Pujols to give up his bat to throw a strike and to give a home run up to a pitcher.
Los Angeles Angels rookie pitcher Reed Detmers made history with his no-hitter against the Tampa Bay Rays in a 12-0 victory. Detmers, 22 years old, is the youngest pitcher to throw a no-hitter since Anibal Sanchez did it back with the Marlins in 2006.
Throwing the jab in boxing is the most important punch. It's a simple strike to perform, and it opens the door for further shots. This is how Dimitri Bivol defeated Canelo Alvarez.
Joining me on the show today is New York Mets insider Jeremy Fager. First of all, I wanted to say thank you so much for your time today, Jeremy. And we are talking Mets today. They are sitting at 15-7, heading into the final game of the 3-game series with the Philadelphia Phillies. What has been your biggest reaction to the New York Mets at the start of the season?
Game 4 will be played here on Sunday. Now on to more confusing and shocking news in the NFL. At least that's how Arizona Cardinals superstar wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins describes his 6-game suspension handed down by the NFL for testing positive for PEDs. On the other side for the Bucks, reigning MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo scored 17 of his 44 points in the fourth quarter and grabbing 20 rebounds. This would not be enough, though, as the Celtics would go on to win 108-95 to force a Game 7 back in Boston. What we have seen here is quite the rivalry between the two superstars. Giannis is 27 years old and Tatum is only 24. Giannis is the first player to have a 40 and 20 in the postseason since Shaq did it in 2001. Tatum has put up multiple 45-point games in this playoff run. That's something that Larry Bird, Paul Pierce, and John Havlicek had never done multiple times in the playoffs. And I'm taking you out to the desert of Las Vegas, where Dimitri Bivol just defeated Canelo Alvarez by unanimous decision. Here we go, boxing fans. Alvarez versus Bivol, both age 31, both in their primes, and Bivol the much bigger fighter. Canelo moving up in weight, and it sure showed it here. Bivol dominant in this fight. Canelo could not get anything going through the first 5 rounds. Bivol connecting that jab, just throwing haymakers against Canelo, pins him up against the ropes here in round number 5. Canelo just frustrated, can't get anything going, trying to tempt Bivol into coming at him, but Bivol knows he's the much superior fighter in this fight. Again here, round number 8, Bivol just connecting combos left, right. Canelo cannot get anything going. Bivol would go on to win by unanimous decision, giving Canelo his first loss since 2013 when he went up against Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Atlanta said goodbye to their longtime quarterback, Matt Ryan, as they shipped him off to the Indianapolis Colts for a 3rd-round pick. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Ryan spent 14 seasons in Atlanta, where he won 1 MVP and led the Falcons to a Super Bowl appearance in 2017, where they blew the infamous 28-3 lead against the New England Patriots. Ryan will be the 5th starting quarterback for the Colts since head coach Frank Reich took over in 2018. Ryan is among a long list of names of quarterbacks that have moved teams or have made franchise-changing decisions this offseason. The New York Mets faced off against the Washington Nationals today, and they had a little help from a ratty friend. In the 6th inning of this game, the Mets were down 2-0. They would go on to tie it 2-2 with an RBI double from Jeff McNeil. Then with a man on second and third, the Rat would appear. Moments later, Jeff McCann would hit a sacrifice fly to put the Mets up 3-2. I believe the Rat had something to do with the Mets rally, as they would go on to win 4-2 and improve to 21-10 on the season. That's all I have for you tonight. For Full Sail Live, I'm Brian Argot.